like they're not bothered. I'm not saying this is the right approach, like, because again, I need to stress that if you're able to recover 6 months faster, that's a lot. That's really they should pay attention to that.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. And I think part of it for me was it's only been in the last like year or so that I've really been able, that I really was comfortable saying I was a bone hacker,
Mhm.
that I was really comfortable saying that I teach structural, I am your structural engineer. Because I was still, even though I knew, like I have a tagline, check your bones more than your phone, which is what I want people to do. And I wasn't really fully fully embracing it. So it's only been in the last year since I've been doing marketing courses that I'm just like, I'm just going to own up to
Mhm.
that I hacked the bones. And I knew that I did. I just didn't articulate it. I articulated it in, I don't know, just more complicated ways. I don't know. So
No, but you're doing the right way, because I mean the first thing that I asked you was like, bone hacker. What do you mean? It's so like it sparks so much curiosity. It's amazing. It's working. Um, but when you say look at your bones, or more than look at your phones, like it would be way easier if your bones had like some type of SMS notification that would help us, because that's the thing with you also mentioned people hyper focus on their muscles, and uh, because the muscles, like, it's so easy to see it's growing and it hurting after the exercise, but the bones, like, how are you gonna feel the
you know,
bones? Like, you feel the
yeah,
joints afterwards if you did something wrong, but if you're doing everything right, how you're supposed to feel something? Is that a way?
yeah. I mean, that's
Yeah.
basically what I teach you: how to feel the bones, how to get those SMS notifications that tell you that that they're not cooperating with what you're doing, and how you do know, because you have to, because you learn through the other um, body levels as well. It's a multi-way conversation. So if you've got muscle strain whilst you're trying to lift a weight, or it's not recovering, if you were aware at the bone level what was going on, you could course correct in real time. So for me, if I'm carrying groceries and they're really heavy, and I start checking in with my bones, often hold on, it's like, if I'm carrying groceries and they're feeling really heavy, often something like this is happening, like my shoulders are rounding and my back is concaving and my rib cage is being compressed. So the moment sort of like I pull my shoulders back and I broaden across my collarbones and across my back body, it starts to put the femur head in the right place. I open up my lungs, my back feels strong. And then, you know, for me, there's a lot more other micro movements that are going on. But if I can lift my shoulders, instead of having the groceries drag my shoulders, drag my boobs, drag everything down by gravity, and sort of like, use the shoulders to pick all the muscles up, pick all the bones up, and resist gravity's effect, then I already look stronger. And carrying groceries, there it become it takes that gravitational pull away if my architecture is being lifted up rather than letting the grocery bags or the weight drag me down. And so there are cues that you learn from what the organs are doing. So if my rib cage is compressed and I can't breathe, oh, what the fuck is going on in my rib cage? Why can't I breathe? Sort of thing. how do I optimize? And so, like, how do I optimize and lift my rib cage so that my lungs have the most expansiveness, that my heart has the most expansiveness? And I use the heart as a physical muscle too, but also as an emotional. You learn how to um, read the biochemistry too, and I use the heart as a muscle, a physical muscle, but also to sort of like change the biochemistry too. So it's a lot of biofeedback loops, and but once you learn it, it's very simple too. And then um, the next level is just being able to sustain. So what's also important is sustaining the transformation, because often you'll get a new technical skill cue. I don't know if what's your favorite, what sport do you do? Do you have, or do
Oh,
you
I go.
golf?
And I go to the gym like lift weighting. That's something that I do,
Mhm.
and basketball from time to time.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you often hear a tip or a cue um, to help you with with a jump shot, or with dunking, or with landing, or dribbling, um, and for weightlifting too. You may hear that too, but you forget that tip quite quickly,
Mm,
and then practice makes it muscle memory.
yeah.
And so, but what I'm saying is, if you learn to feel what the bones are doing in any given moment, um, then then bone memory is such a, once you start feeling it in the body, bone memory is such a uh, it's such a physical uh, thing inside, tangible instrument inside your body, that you can actually feel it more so than your
Really,
muscles.
really.
Yeah, because like you can, yeah, like when you can feel, like you can feel your elbow more so than you can feel your femur muscles. Not the femur muscle, not femur. Yeah, your forearm muscles. If I ask you to, activate your tibia, fibia, whatever muscles around the elbow joint, it's harder to isolate than actually isolating your elbow. And then if you bang your elbow, you can feel it more so than if you bang a muscle in your forearm or in your upper arm. So you can learn to talk to your skeletal system a lot quicker once you know how to. Then talking, like you've been practicing gym, weight training for, I don't know, 20, 30 years. Can you talk to any of your muscles?
No, and I don't even pay attention. I just do the movement, like the repetitive movement that I've been taught once,
Yeah.
and while listening to music, and that's it.
Yeah. So you actually zone out.
Yeah, yeah. That's not
So,
good.
I mean, it's okay. It's good that you're moving, but it depends on your goal. But if you want anatomical intelligence, then it works to zone in and know what you're doing at a muscle and a bone level.
Hmm.
And it's not to say that muscle strengthening isn't good. It's just, to have the bones and the joints optimized just takes everything to the next level.
Yeah.
Have you got anything like near you that you can grab?
Oh, I have
I got a mouse, a cup or something, or your phone.
a cactus. Does that work?
No, I want you to just grab it. Oh yeah, you can use that cactus. You can use that cactus. Hold it out like arm's length, like this. Straight arm. Yeah, hold it out straight arm.